Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this green point on the left of this graph and we're going to drag it towards -2. So towards this x value, -2. So notice that the x value right here is going to approach -2. Now what we want to think about, what we want to ask is, what's happening to this y value as x approaches -2? Well, the point goes off the graph. I mean, the y value keeps going up, but how far up does it go? Well, if we maybe drag the graph up a little bit, we can see that as long as we keep dragging the graph, this y value is going to keep going up. So why isn't f of x approaching a specific value? And is this a quick trick question? So today we're going to be studying infinite one-sided limits. This key word here, infinite, should be a pretty good clue as to what the answer is going to be for today. Alright, f of x keeps getting bigger and bigger as x approaches -2 from the left. So the key words here are the key phrases bigger and bigger. So if we go back here and we keep dragging this graph, x will never reach -2, right? Because it's a asymptote. Let's see if I can get it back on the graph here. It's hard to do because it bounces so much. X will never reach -2, but the y value is always going to go up, 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 and forever. So what's the term for up, 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 forever? Well, if the y value keeps going up and up and up forever, and by the way, let's just read this together formally. We've already learned this notation in the last lesson. We want to evaluate the limit as x approaches -2 from the left. Just as a reminder, this means approaches -2, and this symbol up and to the right of 2 means to the left. And we want to figure out the y value that it's approaching, so of f of x. So if y keeps going up, up, up forever, the term that we're going to use is positive infinity, right? I mean, we could just keep dragging this graph, it's going to go up forever, and again, it's hard for me to drag that point perfectly. But final answer is going to be positive infinity. You can just write the infinity symbol. Okay, so let's take a look at the next example. All right, let's evaluate the limit as x approaches -2 from the right. Okay, so let's drag our point over here and put it to the right of -2. And we're going to approach it. If you're approaching it from the right, then it's going left, right? So the point's going to go left. You can see the x value is approaching -2. What is happening to the y value, though? This time, it's actually going down. And if we drag the point, drag the graph, and go even further down, see, the problem is when you drag that point so much, sometimes you lose it. But anyway, the y value is just going to keep going and going and going. So since the y value is decreasing this time and it keeps going down, down, and down, what do you think the answer is going to be? The answer is going to be negative infinity. That is the y value that the function is approaching as x approaches -2 from the right, this asymptote. Again, the graph will never get there, but the y value is getting closer and closer to negative infinity. It'll never reach that, right? Because x will never reach -2, but it doesn't matter. The limit is all about what it's approaching. Okay, so f of x keeps getting smaller and smaller, and therefore that's the answer. Okay, let's look at another example from the same graph. This time we're going to be evaluating the limit as x approaches +2 from the left. So let's go back to the graph. Go back to the center here. All right, here's +2, so we're just going to drag this point closer and closer to 2, and again we can see the same answer as from the last example. The y value is going to go down forever. Okay, we can drag this graph forever, and y is just going to keep dropping, 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 or f of x. Okay, therefore the answer is going to be negative infinity. Okay, I think you guys are getting this pretty good. We'll do one more with this graph, and then we'll do another example in the next video. Let's approach 2 again, but this time it's approach it from the right. So let's go over here to the right of 2, and let's drag this point closer and closer to 2 from the right, meaning it's moving left. So this x value is approaching 2. The y value is going to shoot up again like it did in, not the last example, but one of the previous examples. So it's going to go up forever, and therefore the limit as x approaches 2 from the right is going to be positive infinity. That's going to be it for this example graph on infinite limits. If you have any other questions about it, let me know.